today we're going to be talking about how to open a bank account in Jamaica. And it has been daunting on me to verify how easy it is to open a bank account in Jamaica. And upon doing a little extensive research, I came to the conclusion that it was not as easy as I thought it would have been. I cannot believe that in this modern day and age, it is so labor intensive just to open a bank account. The amount of hurdles that you have to jump through, they are somewhat insurmountable, and to some individual they may be daunting. So we're now on the Bank of Jamaica website, which is the regulatory bank of Jamaica, and they're giving us guidance as to the commercial banking operations that are available in Jamaica. So these are a few of the banking establishments that are available in Jamaica that are regulated and are in operation, and the date exists on this document. So feel free to go to the website Bank of Jamaica and feel around the website to see what it is. So it says that Bank of Nova Scotia, Citibank, First Caribbean International, First Global Bank, JMMB Bank, JN Bank, National Commercial Bank, Sagicor Bank Limited. So we'll be looking at a few of these banks to see how easy it is to open a bank account. So let us start with Scotiabank. Let us move over to Scotia and see how easy it is to set up an account. It says open your new account online in just 3 steps. All right, it says select your account, complete a form, and collect your debit card. It seems easy. Let us see if it is as easy as they indicated. But they say opening an account online is now so simple. You choose the account, prepare the required document, you apply online, you collect your debit card, you make a deposit at the ATM, and you have questions. All right, no problem. Let us see if we can set up this account in the 1, 2, 3 process. So we go in the savings account. Let us see how fast we can set up this account. It says get the Scotia savings account. All right, let's see what this is about. Bam, bam, bam. Let's see if we can navigate through this site. Right now I'm navigating and I'm trying to figure out where it is that I click to get my account set up. I'm not seeing where I can click to get my account set up. But nevertheless, it says the features of this account: minimum opening balance, so I need $5,000. Ah, so I need $5,000. So this is one hurdle that I'm going to have to cross. I'm going to have to find $5,000 to put in this account to open the account, and then I'm going to be without 5,000. Or I'm going to need 100 units of an international currency, which is US dollars, British pound, or whatever other international currency that they have. I'm going to need an interest bearing account. I'm going to need an automatic savings plan with bonus interest. That's so nice. But how do I actually open the account? That is why I clicked on this section, because I wanted to open a bank account online. They say it's 3 easy. Okay, it says open your new account here. All right, so let's click that and see if, okay, do you have any products or service with Scotiabank? Let's say we don't. We're starting a brand new application. So it says to begin, let us follow the following steps. I must be at least 18 years of age. Okay, so minors can't open a bank account online. That's what I'm trying to. You can have marital relations, but you can't open a bank account to care for the kids that they allow you to have, which is just bonkers. Nevertheless, it says a Jamaican resident, or are you're here working, or you're physically present in Jamaica at the time of application. You're opening the account in your name, and the funds are yours. All right. You're going to receive a paperless document delivery. All right. Let's agree. Let's continue. So it says that we have to create our profile. We need valid. They need to validate your information, and we just submit an application. This is more than 3 clicks, and they said that this would have been in 3 easy steps, and this is not as easy as they purported it to be. So I'm going to have to go to digital. I'm only at 4%, 4% completion. And then I'm going to have to read all of this document. And after we have read this document, then we're going to have to accept. So let's accept. Read document, accept. We have done that. Now we are at another disclosure agreement. So we have so much to do. We're reading this document. Changes in privacy policy, all of this. And we're still not even close to opening the account. Then we have another document that we have to read. So by the time you finish reading, you maybe spend 1 hour, and I'm still at 4%. Now I'm at 6% completion. It says, let's verify your identity by providing a government ID, bam, 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 a selfie. So I have to do a selfie take. This is just ridiculous. We have to scan QR code. I don't have a phone to scan that QR code, so that will not be done. So this account will not be open. Next account, let's move to another bank to see how easy it is to open another bank. So JN Bank. So they say that all we need is JN Bank Ready Savings, make it quick and simple. All you need is a TRN and an ID to open an account. Beautiful. This sounds like a bank that I want to do business with. A TRN and a ID. All right, no problem. So TRN, BAM, national ID, driver's license. So if you have your driver's license, your TRN will not be required, which makes sense because your TRN is on your driver's license. Elector register or passport. All right, no, fair enough, fair enough. It says general account opening method. It says full completion of CIF rather, for all applicants. Proof of residence. So we have to have a residence. Which means that we need a recent utility bill, bank statement, or official mail, property taxes, lease agreement, and rent receipt. Okay, so this here creates a challenge for persons who don't actually live somewhere permanent. So if you are an individual and you are moving from place to place, trying to find stability, you would be somewhat disadvantaged because you are not in a position where you can say that this is where you live permanently, because that is not necessarily the case. But that there is another problem that we have to try to overcome. Then they say you need proof of employment. So you need the employment letter from your employer. You need a recent pay slip or a valid work ID. So if you don't have these things, you're in problem. So if you're not working, you have a problem in receiving a bank account opening. You need a TRN, which is expected, and maybe in a little while you'll need to get your NIDS card ready and available to show, so that they can facilitate opening an account for you. Then we have the complete account signature card, then complete self-employment verification form. Then we have to complete a certificate for individuals form. Let's see what that looks like. So we have to complete this form. That's a signature card. Then we have to complete the self-employment verification. And then we have to complete individual self-certification form. All right. So these are just another set of hurdles that we have to do. So this account can't really be open online either. And there is a caveat. It says if a child below 16 years is to be added to an account, a notarized copy of the birth certificate is required. Please mail all documents to our internal processing center located at 224 Constant Spring Road, Kingston 10, Jamaica. Benefits of applying to person residing locally. All documents are submitted by mail. So they want us to mail in documents. This is something that is quite labor intensive. we don't even have to go any further. We're not going to open that account at this time. Next, let us see what NCB says that we need to do in order to open a bank account. So Jamaican residents in persons with the NCB representative. So it says official, current, valid identification that is needed to open an account. So we need a driver's license, national ID, passport, diplomatic ID, employer's ID, or National Council for Senior Citizens ID card. All right, so those are the ID. Then we need a TRN, and the TRN is basically the tax registration number. And if you have your driver's license, that can suffice. Then we have proof of address, and we still have that same problem. So if you don't live anywhere, if you're unhoused, then you won't have a proof of address. If you are disenfranchised to the extent where you have to be bouncing from place to place or moving from friend's house to another friend's house on a rotational basis, then you're going to have a challenge. You're going to have to probably use someone's address or ask them to allow you to use their address until you are fully stabilized. So that there is something that we need to take into consideration as we move about trying to open an account. Then they say that we have to prove our income and our employment. So employed persons may provide one of the following. So you need a letter from your employer, you need a payslip or a proof of salary. So if you're not working, you have a problem. If you're self-employed, you need a letter from accountant indicating the salary slash range and title of the applicant. You need to have your applicant's tax return, so they want to get into your business so that they can do business with you. So this there, if you have better things to do, then the bank will not be seeing you. If you can go without being in a bank, then the bank will not see you. I can guarantee that for many persons who have a lot of things that they need to accomplish, the banks will not see them, because this here, as simple as it may sound, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of resources. And just to be navigating this page, not to get into the bank as yet, where you're going to have to do another session of waiting in order for your processing to be completed, then that there is another thing that you have to consider. It says minimum deposit to open account, so you need money in order to open account. So the government had once said that you can open account without having money, but I guess that that time period or that benefit would have elapsed, because during the 2020 period, when they needed to send money to different individuals because of the state which was created by the health authorities internationally, WHO, and they had put a lock on certain interactions and interactivity with people. They had generated some accounts that they wanted to deploy money to different people, but the persons who needed the money could not get the money because they didn't have a bank account. So not having a bank account in Jamaica is a real thing. There are many persons who don't have a bank account, and this is one of the reasons, the minimum balance. If you are buying a slice of bread which costs maybe $25, I'm not sure what it costs in today's money in 2024, 2025. I'm not sure if it's maybe $50 for a slice of bread. But if you are buying a slice of bread just to feed your kids, if you're buying a teaspoon of sugar, a tablespoon of salt on a daily basis, those little costing adds up. It means that you don't have the capital that is coming in this very moment in order to service your living expenses, but you're trying your very best to make ends meet. When you are doing that, you can't in good conscience put $1,000 in a bank account and you are hungry, your kids are hungry. You can't in good conscience do that. or put $2,000, $10,000 in an account, and the people at home are in pain, in agony, want food to eat, need to go to school and don't have the resources to get to school. That doesn't make logical sense. So when you are at the lower level of the socio-economic ladder, you will have to understand why it is so prevalent that many persons refuse to have a bank account, because it doesn't make sense to actually have the bank account, because having the bank account is putting more friction in your interaction. So now, in order to get money, you have to go take a vehicle to get to an ATM to get the money out of the ATM. After you have gotten the money out of the ATM, then you have to take a vehicle, go back to the place that you want to transact business, and all of that is an additional burden of cost upon you. And remember, you don't even have the money to do the business that needs to be done. So everything has to be strategic and calculated. So when you have less than a certain amount of money, like maybe $10,000, having a bank account is not really in your best interest, because we haven't even gotten to the fees. Yes, the fees. The fees are what how the banks are making majority of their money. If you look at the balance sheet, if you look at their income statement, you'll realize that charging you these fees is a part of their business practice, is a part of their income generation methodologies. So we have to know if we want to be the ones to support the bank's exorbitant fees. So that is something that you will have to decide what you want to do, if you want to bank with a particular bank or not. So let's move into some other documents that they say they required, because even after we have done all of this, we still need to have other documents, which is ridiculous. It says non-residents in person with the representative, and you have to go in branch. That is not really the best option for you. So you can go in branch if you want, but these are some things that you may need to utilize if you want to go in branch. So you need a passport, a US passport card, or resident card, that's a green card, or you need a resident alien card, your driver's license, you need a state issued non driving photo ID, you need your employer identification card, EID. You need your resident permanent identification card, in your senior citizen travel card. You need your provisional driver's license card. You need so many different things if you're a non-resident. But if you want to go through the hassle of opening an account, then you can actually do it. So sometimes it's better to have someone open these accounts on your behalf, but try your very best not to be scammed, not to be violated, not to be exploited, because that is what most persons will tend to do if they are given the privilege of opening the accounts on your behalf. And then these are some of the accounts and the amount of money that you actually need in order to open the account. So you have to just be vigilant and understand that opening an account in Jamaica is going to be more challenging than opening an account in an international arena. Like if you open an account in the United States, you'll realize you can open an account without even setting foot in the bank, without even knowing who the bank teller is, without anything. You just submit your social security number and they open the account on your behalf, because they can pull your name, they can pull your address, they can pull your IP address. They know exactly where you're opening the account, they know everything, so that you don't have to go through all these unnecessary verification. You answer a few questions and 1, 2, 3, you sign your documents, they verify everything in real time. So having to send things by snail mail to a bank for them to do their due diligence and get referrals and all these kind of stuff, that there is something that we need to work out. So there are very different ways in which the banking system in Jamaica operates, which is beneficial to some, and to others it's not as beneficial. But that there is something else that we are going to have to contend with. And let's go to another bank. We have done NCB, we have done no, we haven't done Sagicor, we have done Scotia. Let us go to First Global Bank and see what are the requirements to open their account. So their requirements to open this bank account is we need 2,500. So if you don't have $2,500, then you're gonna have a problem. So you need money in order to open these accounts. It's not as easy as I thought, because back in the days you could open an account without having any money. Because the first account that I opened with Scotia, I had $0 placed in the account, and then the first deposit that I made to that account was $10, which was my lunch money that I had received. I put that $10 into the account, and then ever since I gradually placed $5, $10, I amassed it at the end of the week, then to the end of the month, and then I started being strategic in my deployment of resources into Scotia, because Scotia was one of the first banks that I had a relationship with. I had a relationship with NCB. I had a relationship with JN and VMBS and a few other banking facilities I had a relationship with. So the tax registration number TRN is needed for this account. You need a government issued ID, proof of income, proof of address, and 2 referrals. So for this account, you need referrals. So you have to decide which accounts are the best for you. Let's go to Sagicor. This is a new kid on the block. And to open the account, let us see if we can find where do we go to open an account. Let's see if we can find where do we go to open. Let's do personal solutions and see if we can open an account. Per pension, banking, insurance, mortgage, investment. So Sagicor does all of this, all right? Because they're a banking entity. All right, so banking, let's go into banking and see if we can find where you can open your bank account. So we would like to savings account, find a savings account. All right, and apply now. Beautiful. So we had to do so many different steps just to get to our savings account section, and in order to apply for this savings account we need to fill out a form. I'm not a Sagicor customer. Insurance against liability, no, but this looks like insurance. I'm not looking for insurance. I'm looking for a savings account. Click here to open your new account. Oh man, they make these things so difficult for you to actually do independently and by yourself. But we're going to try to make it. So the page is loading. Alright, get started. So click get started. So we have to put in our email address. We don't have an email address, so we have to put our email address before we can do anything. And I'm assuming that they're going to be emailing you as we move along. So hopefully that is the case, and this makes it easier. But we're going to close out of Sagicor. The next bank that we're going to look at is CIBC. I have never used this bank before, but they say that all you need is a valid identification, proof of address, and a minimum funds to open the account. So I have never done banking business with them, so I don't know how easy it is to open an account, and there's nothing on the page to click or to indicate that this can be done. So let us close out of that, and now let us move into JMMB so we can open accounts online. It says thank you for choosing to partner with JMMB in achieving your financial goals. So JMMB has different solutions to meet all your financial needs. We have made it easy and enjoyable for you to open your account online. If you're looking to open a business account, please open business account page. Let's get started. So what you need to open your account is a valid government picture ID. You need proof of residence, tax identification number, social security, and you have to have your source of funds. Once you have those information, then you can proceed to opening the account. So you click the oh my gosh, now we have to run through all of this, and we're going to be doing a paper-based system again. This there is daunting. Next, let's move into VM and see what it is that we need to do to open an account. So let's go to a deposit account. So deposit account, there are different accounts that are available: Save to Grow Money, Money Maker, Bridal Registry, Certificate. Let's go in the regular Save to Grow and see what that does for us. So we click Save to Go. So let's click Open an Account. So that seems like it's a kiddies account. It says feature 12 to 17 years, master plan 18 and 20. So this isn't the account that a regular person would want to open. So let us skip out of that and go to the Moneymaker account and see what that Moneymaker account has. Maximizing your earning potential. Let's open that account. And we are going to have to input some data, submit a form in order to get that account started. And that will not be done by me at this time. So the next thing that we want to look at is CITI, which offers investment banking solutions, and it offers corporate banking solutions, and it also offers commercial banking solutions. So all these solutions exist in this arena, and the real reason I want to bring your attention to CITI is not because it's a bank that I have used, but it's because I wanted you to see the caption investment banking. Many persons don't realize that commercial banking is a section of the banking industry. Corporate banking is for business to business, but where the real money is made is in investment banking and mergers and acquisition. That is where majority of the money is made in banking. One merger and acquisition, a combining of two companies, that there is a billion-dollar play. And if you are on the front line to get a piece of that pie, you don't have to worry about fighting for crumbs. So you have to be strategic, and I just want to sensitize you to this other aspect of banking that exists. And there are other aspects of banking which actually makes more money than the investment portion of banking. But this is where we're going to be pausing our delivery on opening a bank account in Jamaica. I did not know that opening a bank account in Jamaica would have been so arduous, but nevertheless, that is what it is in 2024. By 2025, we are hoping that things will be better, and as time progresses, we hope that things will even be greater for the country. Currently, we're at a 5.7 inflation rate, and policy interest rate is 6.5%. All right, so we are doing pretty good as a country. The target interest inflation rate is 4.0 to 6.0, and we are making progress. So that there is where we're going to pause this show, and thank you once again for spending some quality time with us here on RoadTripja, the heartbeat of Jamaica's road. This is Dr. A signing out. As we always say, walk, ride, drive, and fly good. Until next time.